YouTube. Welcome back to our channel, Feels Like Home Construction. My name is Kendall Levin and I'm one of the builders here at Feels Like Home. And if you are new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and if you are not new and you are a subscriber, welcome back. So today I wanted to just do like a really fast, simple, easy video to show you how to install your cabinet hardware. Your knobs, your pulls on your drawers, just some like tips that I have found as I'm doing it that make it go a lot faster, a lot smoother, because I'm doing kitchens right now at the apartment complex and there's 12 of them, so I need it to go as fast and as smooth as possible. So I just have these basic pulls that we're doing on all of the doors, and they're pretty modern, just really easy. And then for the drawers, we have different sizes of pulls that I'm going to show you how to install as well. And I'll show you all my tools that I'm going to be using and everything to make it go a lot smoother, because whenever you're installing cabinet hardware, you have one chance to get it right because you drill the wrong hole or you pre-drill something and it's not supposed to be there. You got to start all over and then it messes your cabinets up. So I'm going to show you what I do to make sure that that doesn't happen and that you can do it really smooth and fast and easy. Okay, so like I said, any type of hardware that you have, it can be different types of pulls, different types of knobs. These are the ones that I'm going to be using for the kitchen doors, but this will work for any type of hardware that you have. So what you're going to want to do is pick up some little guide pieces from any like hardware store that you have around, and you're going to want to go around and figure out exactly where you want it to be placed on your door. So what I do is I just set it flush with the side of the door and the bottom. And as far as placement goes, I like to do it pretty much center right here in this line. I'm just going to kind of figure out where I want it, and I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to kind of just mark it right there in the cabinet. And I do the same hole on both doors. So I'll show you what that looks like. I'm going to go around, mark everything with this, kind of pre-plan it out where you want it to sit. You can play around with it, get your knob, put it here is where mine's going to go. You can move it down, wherever you want it, this will do it for you. Not sure if you can see or not, but I have two pencil marks where I marked for the knobs to go, the same exact spot. And like I said, what I did is just put that here. You can see the different holes. You're going to mark it with the pencil, flip it around, and mark the same hole with this side, and do it that way. So now what I'm going to do is, on every piece of hardware that you install, before you screw it in, you are going to want to take a drill bit, and this is the size that mine is. Measure it with the screw that you have for your knob. And you're going to want to pre-drill every hole, because if not, it's going to crack and split the wood in your cabinet. So what I did is I went throughout the kitchen, I marked every single hole with the pencil of where they're going on the doors, and I'm going to go back through and line it up right here on that mark, and then just drill it out. I'm going to do this to every single door throughout the whole kitchen. And what this is going to do, like I said, is just ensure that you have no splitting in the wood of your cabinet and things like that. And it also makes it a lot easier. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this back out. These are the screws that came in the packaging with this particular knob, and that's what I'm going to be using. So now what I'm going to do is just, I put my Phillips head drill bit back on there, and what you're going to want to do is just you're going to drill that all the way in until it gets really tight, and you can see that it has come out right here. I'm going to take this knob, and it just goes flush right on there, as you can see. So that's where I kind of did the placement of mine. I like them to be pretty much even with this. maybe a little bit further down. Some people put theirs here, but that is the full concept of installing the knobs. You take your guide, and this is what really helps, and pre-mark everything in your kitchen. And then what I do, mark them all, like I said. I'm gonna go back with this drill bit and pre-drill all the holes, and then I just go and I put the screw in there, screw the knob on, and then they're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to all of these, and then I will show you how to do the drawers. Now that I showed you guys how to do all of your cabinet knobs for your doors, I'm gonna go through, and these are the pulls that we did for all of the drawers. They're a little bit different. I'm gonna kind of show you how these go on versus if you were to just get a regular pull that goes on the front of your drawer, because these actually mount to the top of them. But like I said, the technique, the method that you use with the guides is the exact same, measuring for the center. So I'll show you how to put these on. If you like these, they're more of a contemporary modern look. And so that way, if anybody has some that look like this, they know exactly how to put them on. As you can see, this is my drawer right here. It's just a flat, and it will work even if it has a face to it. So what these actually do is most drawer pulls will mount right here, obviously. And you could do that with these. I think that they're made for both ways, but with the screw holes being on the back, they actually set right here. So that's how these are, and then you pull them open from the top like that. But there are 2 screw holes, and what I'm gonna do is this time, I don't have to use my guide since I'm gonna be mounting it to the back right here. What I'm gonna do is take my tape, and you're gonna wanna measure the full length of your drawer. So this one is 14.5. And I'm gonna go on the back side of the inside of this, and I'm gonna mark the center 14.5 divided by 2. So I've just put a little mark right here on the back side of this face because I don't really want any pencil marks on the front, and then on this I can just get rid of it whenever I am done. Okay, and then your pull. Say that this is 5-inch pull, you're gonna wanna measure the center of this. So 5 inches, it's 2.5 is the center. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna do a little pencil mark right here at 2.5. And that pencil mark will match up with the center of this. So I just go right here and I'm gonna set it on there, and I'm gonna match up where I mark the center of the pull to where I marked the center of the drawer. And since it has the 2 screw holes on the back, all we're gonna do is just drill it in from the back side, and then they'll be on there. And that's it. So now it's mounted. And as always, you're gonna wanna make sure that when you're pressing it, you press this pull all the way up to the front face of this, and you press it all the way down to make sure it's flush and it's not gonna go anywhere and move. Like I said, and you can see, we just mounted this one to the top, and that's how they do. But if you have pulls and they mount to the face of the drawer, which most of them do, this is how you're going to do it. You're gonna take this guide that you have that has all your different holes and measurements in it, and you would set it, come right here, and I actually have a bigger one downstairs, but you're gonna set it on top right here. And the important thing is to measure from screw hole to screw hole. So these are 5 inches, and that's what you would do is you'd line it up right here, and you can see which holes it lines up with, and you're going to put it on there. Okay, I'm gonna do these 2 outermost right here, and it even shows you on this guide, 4 inch, 5 inch, 2.5 inch. You're gonna set it on your drawer flush, and you're gonna go and you're gonna pencil in. So say it was this one and this one, okay? That's gonna be flush on there. I'm gonna take it off, and now I have 2 markings of where this should go perfectly right here. And I'm gonna take my drill and I'm gonna pre-drill those out just like we did with the door, and then screw it in, mount it like that from the inside. You know, but have to have longer screws for the insides of the drawers, but that's how you do it for the drawers. It's the same way as the doors. The only thing is you have to make sure that you measure it from the screw hole to the screw hole to make sure it matches up whenever you pre-drill it out. So that's really all that there is to it. Drawer pulls and hardware can be intimidating at first because everything has so many different holes and you gotta put screws in everywhere. But once you figure out a process and a method to do it, it's actually super simple. It's really easy. Just make sure you go through and you really put all of your markings on your cabinets to make sure where you need to pre-drill them all out. And then after that, it's pretty easy. If you need different size machine screws, if they don't come with the right size, they sell those at the store. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it if you did. If you have any other questions or comments, maybe some methods that you have found that work a little bit better for you, let me know what those are. I always like to learn. And if you have any questions, let us know. And if not, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.